YouTubers, Rebel Watchers, welcome back to my kitchen and to the 10 question challenge I'm going to answer for you in a few minutes here. Stay tuned for that. So I have no recipe, I'm just winging it. So what I did was I'm going to make myself some kind of pizza. I don't know. I'll find something to do it with. So I decided I'm pretty creative. I am going to pre-cook my onions and my green peppers. I have coconut oil in here. And the pepperoni. Because I'm not going to put it in the oven. I don't have an oven. I have a toaster oven, but I don't feel like pulling it out. I want to try it in a frying pan. Yum, yum. Oops. Touching the top there. We're going to cook it. Okay, I'll be back. And while that's cooking, you can watch the 10 question challenge. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. I've been cooking, and while I was cooking, I was catching up watching my videos, my favorite YouTubers that I hang with and that I miss, my friends very much. And I was watching Frugal RV Gal's video when all of a sudden at the end of her video, she announced that she was naming 5 people to be part of the 10 question challenge. And I happen to be number 5. So here I am. I miss you, Frugal. I miss all my buddies from Texas and that I met at the Lollapalooza 2 years ago. I can't wait till the next one. I'm so excited. I can't wait till the next one, really. It's become my event of the year. You know, I just came back from Florida from traveling with the full Tiny House family and hanging out with them in Florida and with the Live in the RV Life Loco. I probably just mixed it up, but we met up with Renee and her husband. Well, we didn't get to see Carlos because he was sick, but we met up with Renee and had a great event at in Orlando with our kids. But so anyway, I'm here to answer the 10 question challenge. I got to put my glasses on so I can read them. The first question is, how many rolls of TP do you have at this moment? Well, I just put a new roll on the dispenser before I sat down here to do this video. And I have a package of 4 that has not been opened. And I had 2 rolls left in another package, which I just took 1 out of. So I have 5 brand new rolls and 1 on the spindle. I did buy a bunch of napkins and because I couldn't find toilet paper at one point. So I was using napkins originally, which worked fine because I don't put TP in my toilet. I have a waste paper basket and I throw my toilet paper in the garbage and then take it to the trash. because I don't want my tank to get clogged up from paper. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it works for me. Anyway, so yeah, I have 6 rolls, full rolls right now. And I'm not worried about it. And so the next question is, what has been the biggest change since the lockdown? For me, the biggest change since the lockdown has been the weather, because I was in Florida and I hadn't really planned on coming back to the Midwest, to Illinois, as soon as I did. I still had like a couple more weeks that I planned to stay in the South, in the Southeast, and travel in the, like Georgia. I was going to take my time leaving Florida and go through Georgia and stop in Kentucky and Tennessee. And then this virus occurred, and they started to suspend travel in certain areas and close down parks and national parks and stuff like that. So I came back to Illinois sooner than I had planned, because I had already been on the road and I really didn't have a place I could just stay, and stay put. And I wanted to be close to my family, my son and my grandkids and my brothers, just in case things went bad. You always want to be close to home. So I decided to make my way back to Illinois. And when I got here, it was cold. I was hoping that spring would be spring like it should be, but it's Illinois and it's cold. So the weather's been crazy up and down. But today it was really nice. It was 60, and I think it's going to be 60 tomorrow, but it might rain. So I'm hoping this week it's going to warm up and we're going to have a little sunshine. So the biggest change for me has been the weather. I don't like the cold because my body can't tolerate it. I have an illness that I have a hard time tolerating cold. So that's that one. Okay, so where are you currently parked and docked? I am right now mooch docking. So if you watch my videos, you'll know I'm mooch docking at my nephew's house. He is so awesome that he has allowed me to park in his driveway, and I'm able to have my slide out, and he has a dog and he has a fenced in yard, and it's great. Danny loves to run around the yard, and even though his dog Jax is a Newfoundland, it's like, he looks like a bear. He looks just like a bear. A little cub. He's only about 4 months old, but even though Jax is a puppy and really wants to play a lot and chases Danny around, she knows she's faster than he is. So she gets away from him. Don't you, babe? Yeah. So anyway, Danny wants to get in on the action here. She says, "Hi, everybody." So I am mooch docking in my nephew's driveway, and I do have power. I'm plugged into power, which is great. So I'm not using a lot of propane. I only have to use my propane to cook, and I'm not having to worry about my batteries or hook up my solar because I'm hooked up to the power. I do use an electric space heater, and it's one of those ones that's like a tower, it's a tall, thin one, and it oscillates, which is great. And it has a remote control, which is even better because my bed is very high up. My bed's like 4 feet off the ground. I have to climb up into my bed. In fact, my camera's sitting on top of my bed. It's even with me right now. And I can lay in my bed and turn it on or turn it off, which is great. It's not laziness. It's just that when it's cold in the middle of the night, you want to turn the heat on and warm things up before you get out of bed, which is kind of nice. Plus, for safety reasons, I like being able to, turn the heater off, even though it has a safety precaution on it that if it were to tip over, it turns off automatically. Right. That's probably more information than you needed, but anyway, that's where I am. I'm parked in Illinois in my nephew's driveway. What have you gone without recently? Seeing my son and my grandkids. Even though I'm here, I'm not able to see them right now. I have a very low immunity, and I try to keep my immune system up, but I have a very low immunity, and so does my son. Recently, he recently just has gone into remission, and so his immune system is a little bit low as well. And I got strep throat when we were all together at Disney. 2 days, I'm not sure if it was Disney, but 2 days later I ended up with strep throat. So I didn't want to get anybody sick, and so I've got a hair that's kind of, so we've had to, kind of stay away from each other, which is kind of, so I've gone without that, gone without seeing my son and his children and my family. I did get to see one of my brothers because he came here to stop by to see my nephew, but I couldn't give him a hug, so I miss the hugs too. Being able to hug your family and those big tight bear hugs, I miss those a lot. I can't wait to get one. So what are you most grateful for? Well, right now I have to say I am most grateful for my nephew allowing me to park here and tap into his power and use his home. I have the free range of his house. I can go in and shower and cook if I want. I stay in my own little house because I love my little house, but I'm welcome to sleep in this house if I want to, excuse me, but I like my little house on wheels. But it's nice that I can go in his home and use his washer and dryer, and in return I get to play with his dog, and I let his dog out and while he's at work. So that's kind of good because he's a puppy and he's still getting housebroken. And Danny likes playing with him also. So that's what I'm most grateful for right now. And the fact that I'm not sick, that I am healthy, and my family is, so far, everybody's healthy. What do you miss the most? The sunshine, the warm weather, the beach. I miss the beach. But yeah, I miss being able to just go out and do whatever I want, hang out with my grandkids. That's what I miss. How long has it been since you've been at a campsite? Well, I'm not at a campsite now because I'm in my nephew's driveway, but the last time I was at an actual campsite was in Florida. And I was at Lake Panasoffy, which was really a cool place, and I will definitely want to go back there. I'm even considering maybe I had them send me an application. Maybe I would be a park host next winter if they'll let me. I'm thinking about it. It's not really a park, but it's pretty cool, and it's just a big open piece of land, but they have a camp host there, and they have garbage, and they actually have water. But their bathrooms do not have showers, but that's, I have my own bathroom and shower, but they actually have water, but no dump. So you do got to, go take your vehicle to dump. And I think the longest you could stay there is 7 days. I think it was 7 days. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. What's your favorite quarantine food? Well, it's really kind of funny because what I really like right now, I'll show you. And what I've been eating a lot of, mostly because of this pandemic thing, is these mandarins, these little halos. Oh man, I just eat them like candy. I love them. I think I'm like on my 5th bag in the last 2 weeks. I go through them. I probably eat 5 of these a day, if not more. And they're only like 47 calories. And they have a lot of vitamin C, which is good for keeping you healthy, keeping those germs away. So that's right now my favorite quarantine food. I could live on these all day. And bananas. And water. I really found that since I've been back here, I haven't been drinking as much water as I did when I'm in the desert. I drink a lot of water. And when I'm in Florida, I drink a lot of water when I'm traveling. But since I've been here, I kind of haven't been drinking as much water as I should. So I think I'd feel a lot better if I keep, so I've been watching that. I've been drinking more water. How are you exercising and doing workouts? Well, I have a couple, I've done two videos already, but I've been walking. Weather permitting, I take Danny and we go for a walk around this whole big neighborhood. And I've done like at the most, I mean, I do like up to 4 miles walking. Today I went walking with Danny and did a live, and we walked for a long time. And then when she got tired, I put her in her stroller. I brought the stroller with so that I could continue to walk and I didn't have to bring her home. So we did 2 miles. That's all we did today. It felt like more, but it was 2 miles. And probably because I had not walked in a week because it was very, very cold. But I also have one of those arm things with the rubber bands, and that I do that also for my arms. Plus just working around the camper, taking Danny in and out for a walk, back and forth to the house, playing with the dog, my nephew's dog. It's been kind of my exercise. But I do walk. I've for the last 2 weeks, I've been walking at least 2.5, 3 miles a day, with exception these last couple of days that were cold. I like to walk. It makes me feel good. I haven't went bike riding because I put my bike in my storage shed at the U-Haul where I have my storage locker. But I'm really getting excited to go bike riding. It's just been too cold. So I figured, I make some room in my car. Who are you challenging next? Choose 5. Well, before I do that, I'm going to talk about the bonus question. What was or will be your pandemic panic purchase? Well, pretty much I always have what I need in my camper. I always have emergency food. So I usually have pasta, and I always have enough butter, and I can my own butter, so I know I always have enough butter. And what else do I have? I pretty much know a peanut butter. I pretty much know that I could go for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and not be worried about food, because I always have eggs. I always keep 2 dozen eggs in my refrigerator. I keep pasta, like I said, so I'm pretty good. And cheese, I keep a lot of cheese so I can make my chaffles. So I'm pretty good for 3 weeks. But I think probably the biggest worry with food, I guess, would be water and propane. That's what I would probably need the most, water and propane. Because I have a little generator should I not have sunlight, or if the power should go out, if I didn't have power. But propane to cook and water in my camper. But being at my nephew's, I don't really have to worry about those things too much because I can always go inside his house. So I don't think that I would panic about anything except for my car. And I did recently have to buy a brand new battery. So I guess that was a panic purchase, was having to buy a battery. My battery, I went to go pick up my mail at the post office, and my car wouldn't start when I came back out, which was odd. And I kind of felt like there was something wrong because it was going like the last couple of days before that. And I thought, wow, that's weird. So I kind of ran my car to kind of charge it up. But when I went inside the post office and came back out, my battery was dead. So I was fortunate enough, which I even did a video about it, that the gentleman from manager at Pep Boys actually came to the post office to give me a jump start because of all this quarantine stuff. Yeah, all of that to sell a battery or an alternator, maybe, if I needed an alternator, but I didn't need an alternator. And AAA got there just before just before the people from Pep Boys got there. So I knew it wasn't my alternator. I just needed a new battery. So I did get the better battery. So that was probably a panic purchase. I was like, no, I got to get a battery right now, because I didn't want to get stranded. And Danny was at home here in the camper. I didn't have Danny with me. I just went to the post office. She was in the house here. So that would have been a panic purchase because I did want to get stranded and not be able to get back to Danny. So who are you challenging next? Well, I have to call out my friend and my go-to chef, Saucy the Towboat Chef. I'm going to call out Saucy. And who else can I'm going to call out my other friend, and she's a van dweller, a recent van dweller within the last year. She camped out with me at the van build when she had her solar put in. Deb's Van Venture. Deb's Van Venture. And who else? Well, I know the Dan Van already did one. So who else could I call out? I'm trying to think. PapaTexas. I'm going to call out PapaTexas. So it's Saucy, Deb's Van Venture, PapaTexas, the Full Tiny House, my buddy Dana and Steve, Full Tiny House, and the fifth person I'm going to call out is Badge. Everybody needs one. I'll say, so recap, Badge, Full Tiny House, PapaTexas, Deb's Van Venture, and Saucy the Towboat Chef. I'm going to put their links below in the description. Visit their channel and check out their answers to the 10 question challenge. Thanks, Frugal. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Now check out the rest of my recipe here. Okay, welcome back to my kitchen. Okay, so I've had it in there, my frying pan pizza with biscuit dough. I got my colosso. Look at this sucker. Look at the size of that spatula. And hopefully this is gonna slide out. It should. There's plenty of oil in there. Now this is my little pot holder that my granddaughter Stella made for me. Yep, I could use 2 more. If she were to watch this and see that, I would love 2 more of these pot holders. They're my favorite. They're just my size, perfect for my hand. Okay, and I'm gonna, oh, it's gonna slide. Slide this right off into, hopefully right off into the pan. I mean, into my dish with my colosso. Come on, lift up. There we go. It's operator. Here we go. Look at that. Yum, yum. Oh, look at how clean the pan is. I'm going to try to push a little bit further on. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Doesn't that look wonderful? Irish cream, my Carolyn's Irish cream glass. And I'm going to have some Baileys. It's pretty cool. Doesn't need to be iced. I have ice if I want it, but I'm not a big ice person. And, oh, let me take a swig of this real quick. Yum. And because this is juicy. Juicy, Lucy. Juicy, juicy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, that pizza? And my grandma, she cuts pizza with her scissors. She has her kitchen scissors. Just want to make sure I have it on. Oh, it looks so good. The cheese is nice and melted. Cheese. Ooh, look at that. Yum. It's like a pizza pie. And I'm going to take a piece and taste it. It's crunchy. The bread is done. If you could see, it's got a little, it's just a little brown on the bottom. It's not burnt, but the bread is done. Very good. Very good. See you soon on the road. Be safe. Be healthy.
No telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights. Won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.